Things you will need if you're going running. Hello everybody, Tom here from Code. Hope you're all well. Guys, today I'm going to discuss what you may or may not need to take with you if you're going running. Now, I'm a regular runner. I run probably 2 or 3 times a week at varying distances and amounts of time. I do this for my own personal fitness and I do enjoy it as well. Some of you probably are new to this, or you probably do it and you just do it purely for fun and nothing else, and that is totally fine if that's what you do or if that's what you want to do. But personally myself, I do it for fitness. I also do it for enjoyment because I enjoy obviously keeping fit, so kind of the two things go hand in hand. So what is it that you're going to need if you're going to go running? Well, quite frankly, always be prepared depending on where you are and what you're going to do, how long the run is going to be. So if you know you're going to be running at a distance, 100%, very, very basic thing, but a very important thing is water. Take one of these with you and use it. You can run with this, as you can put your hand through the bottle, as you can see. Keep hydrated if you're running a big distance, okay? Definitely, 100%. If you're just going around the block a few times, you can probably get away with having a drink before and then come back and have a drink, once you've finished. Depends on what you're doing. If you're going for miles and miles and miles, 100% stay hydrated. Water, very important. Okay? That's for anyone doing a half marathon, a marathon, or I'd say a very long run, whatever that may be, okay? 100%. Secondly, you need to think firmly about your clothing. What's the weather going to be like? Is it going to be warm? Is it going to be cold? Is it going to be wet? If it's going to be just standard, then you need to wear sort of like a top like I'm wearing here. Okay? And then you can choose whether or not you're wearing jogging bottoms, which we have, or whether or not you decide to use or wear shorts. Obviously, depends on the weather, depends if you're happy and having your legs cold, whatever. It's all good. Definitely as well, if it's cold, I would suggest a hat, okay? A beanie hat, like this, okay? And maybe, if it's really cold, you could even go to the level of having one of these, which fits around your neck, or maybe even a scarf. Again, personal preference. Some people are happy to brave the cold and don't care, but it depends on just how cold it is, because here in England it can get very chilly in the morning. We had quite a warm April. May hasn't been so good. I know we're only a couple of days in, but it's not been brilliant so far. But even a couple of weeks ago, start of April, there was frost on the cars first thing in the morning, so we were talking sub-zero temperatures, or very cold, very close to zero first thing in the morning. So try and keep warm, even though when you're running you will build up a sweat, of course you will, but obviously try to keep yourself comfortable running around. Other important things, very, very important, of course, again, down to the cold, if that's what's going to be the underlying thing here. Get yourself some gloves. These have got good grip on them. They're also really good for operating a phone, if you need to operate your phone. Very important, if it's dark in the morning where you are, to be seen. So I would strongly suggest, if it's very dark in the morning, particularly when you're running in the winter and in the autumn, and probably late early spring as well, or late winter, early spring, get yourself a high-vis vest. Something that will show you to other people, because it's important that you're seen. Now, for those of you who are doing this and you're doing it for fitness gains and you're doing it for sort of hobbies and not just for a laugh or just for the sheer hell of it, some of you may want to measure your running times, okay? Now, I'd thoroughly recommend, bare minimum, if that's the case, is a watch with the timing capacity on it, okay? That will tell you, that will measure the time. that you took to get round, okay? And if that is just one thing, you could maybe even get yourself a Fitbit or a smartwatch. That will go to the next level. And you've probably seen people running around with like a pouch on their arm with a mobile phone in. That's definitely a good thing. And my sister bought me this for Christmas, and it's been a really good bit of kit. This is a vest. You put it on and you put your mobile phone in this pouch. Okay, and you clip that to you so it doesn't come off. And what you do then is you will probably use some sort of app to measure your running distances and speeds and heart rate and all that. I use Strava, and you can go on Strava and you can view your analytics. You can see what distance you've done, how fast you've done, what your best lap was, where your peaks and troughs were, where your heart rate was at the highest and lowest and all that. Really, really great if you are a keen runner. And finally, last but definitely not least, do not shirk on this. Get yourself proper footwear. Bare minimum running trainers. If you want to go to the extremes of running shoes and pay big money, you can do. I would maybe be looking at that in the future. You can get proper running spikes, proper trainers with good shock absorption for the heels and for the bottoms of the feet. Here are the trainers I have. They're quite basic, but they're good enough for what I'm doing. So that's a proper running shoe. That's a trainer. And I definitely recommend that you do this. Please don't shirk on this. Don't be buying something with bad grip, because if you do, you may end up with an injury like I did. There. Yeah, a couple of years ago, running a race. Slipped, whacked my face off the ground, whacked my chin off the ground. One of the guys I was running with actually remarked he didn't know how I didn't lose my teeth, because I really did hit the ground very hard. So 100% don't shirk on your footwear, it's vital. And I hope that's been of help to you. Guys, third and final video of the week. I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. Thank you kindly. Put down in the comments section below, are you someone that likes to run? Is it something you'd like to start? Is there anything that you think that I should have included in the list? Or is it simply a matter of preference, and are you fairly satisfied with what I've told you is good enough? Remember to hit that subscribe button down below. Leave me a thumbs up and a like, and let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know my next content's out. Guys, I'll be back with another 3 videos at the start of next week. Until then, I want to say thank you all ever so much. I really appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. Back next week, as I said. Until then, take care of yourselves, and bye for now.